Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away ere I forget all the joy that is mine today. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away ere I forget all the joy that is mine today. I can't be contented with yesterday's story. I can't live on promises, winter to spring. Today is my moment, now is my glory. I'll laugh, I'll cry, I'll sing. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away ere I forget all the joy that is mine today. Well, good morning, Unity of Palm Harbor. Good morning. Thank you. I feel like when Joy plays and she sings, we've already had first service. And now you're coming for the 11 o'clock service. Thank you, Joy, for doing that. It's just beautiful. So just welcoming anybody who is a newcomer for the very first time. When you're in our lobby, we have a book by the doors before you exit. If you'd like to sign in, let us know you've been here. Join our newsletter. We have mega events going on. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of energy. I've noticed on our Wednesday nights, that has changed form a little bit. We have quite a few people who like to join us that don't necessarily come Sunday morning. And as we're all getting to know what the new church looks like, it's not always Sunday morning. Some people watch us online afterwards, somewhere during the week. And speaking of that, if you will wave to everybody this morning who is joining us online, we are so welcoming you as part of our service, part of our hearts, part of our community. And I'd like to go through some of these announcements. So if you miss anything that I'm saying, or you miss anything on the slides, we've also done a printout in the lobby. I understand a few people aren't either computer savvy or they don't want to be. So we're trying to keep you up to date, and things keep getting added to the calendar. So keep popping in and checking with us. But I'll let you know, do you remember last Sunday, we did a call to help people in Ukraine. And we did this with Mercy Chefs, and they're on the Romania border. And our group Sunday raised $1,100. So I get emails from this group because I'm now on their newsletter, and I wanted to share with you that they have 14 pallets of baby formula. That was something they desperately needed, and over 612,000 pounds of food. So everything that we do to add to that collective consciousness, not only in prayer, because the gentleman who runs this works with the churches in Ukraine, and he's talking about hold them also in your prayers. It's not just about the food, but so far they're able to get the food into areas that other people are not. So we do want to hold that consciousness. And as you can see today, I'm wearing a little blue and yellow ribbon with the sunflower in it. Our children are making those for us. So after service, if you're so called to do so, stop at the little cash register. It's a love donation. We will also forward those proceeds to the children. So I know the consciousness of the universe, individually as well as collectively, is where we put our thoughts. where we put our thoughts, and we want to hold that highest consciousness, seeing peace reign over the earth, not just in the Ukraine, not just in Russia, not just in America, but we want to hold that truth, the Prince of Peace who came to guide us, our elder brother, our way shower. When we're following the teachings and holding that mindset, then we too can envision peace covering and blanketing the entire world. I want to invite Mary Ellen Shadow up here, one of our board members. She's going to give you a little announcement, and then I'll come back with the rest of these jewels.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My reason for coming up here is that I am a board member. I've been coming to Unity Church of Palm Harbor for probably a good 15 years. I truly don't remember exactly when I started coming. But I have served on the board before, and now I'm serving on the board again. And we are looking for an additional 3 board members to come join us. To be a board member, it's a once-a-month meeting. It's an occasional additional meeting, and just being present to what's going on at the church and being aware and committed to assisting it to thrive and grow in the community, participating perhaps in additional activity on occasion. So I would like to talk with anybody who has questions about it, being on the board, who you do need to be a member in order to serve on the board. But anybody who has questions or an interest or just wants to get some more information about what it would be like to be on the board, who else on the board is here today? If you are, please stand up. Okay, thank you, Karen. Okay, all right. And so I will be out in the entryway to be available to answer any questions. If you want to give me a call, I can. I'm happy to talk to you on the telephone or talk in person and meet with you, because we do really want to have additional board members, because that enables us to serve the community in a better way. So thank you for listening to me.
You might say that Unity of Palm Harbor wants you. So just feel into your heart space, and if that's a place that you think you can serve in leadership, you know that we have fabulous things going on next door. And I was asked during the week, would I bring you up to par? And to let you know that we've had our survey done of the asbestos, and we do have some things that have to be removed. We're seeing that beginning at the end of April after Easter, because that includes a big, large dumpster and taking up our parking spaces and all that fun stuff. We do have a group that is going to put together our covered area that looks like a carport out there in front of the old barn garage. If you like to swing a hammer, if you like to hold poles, if you like to listen to directions, I'm inviting you to come join them. That will be on the 5th and the 6th of April. We need to have a storage place that will be air conditioned so that we can put all of our stuff in storage that we're taking out of Fortner Hall. So you might have been watching the newsletter. We have a washer and dryer that needs a new home. We have some furniture that needs a new home. Be checking that carport as we are emptying it out. If you're really good at packing things, see Miss Bridget next door, because we have to pack up all the children's things. So this is kind of a movement in action as we're preparing for our new space. And we're believing that new space as a shell building may be on the campus in June, and then build out with our end goal of having it by December so we can have the holidays in our new building. So just hold the vision. We know it's right and perfect and complete in the right and divine timing. We've had an amazing building committee meeting almost every Monday. And we're going to kind of be able to slow that down a little bit just as the process begins. So just keep holding with your beautiful thoughts. We will do some sort of a ceremony to say goodbye to the old and open up a place for the new. Yes, because it's important that we recognize where we've been. And it's important that we're ready to move forward. And I think that's a true statement. So I want to give you some of the announcements real quick. Remember, you're going to have a little piece of paper out front if you need it, and you can go online, unityofpalmharbor.org. Flowers today. Judith did the flowers today, and it's Sue Hennessy's birthday. She's one of our teachers, so it's going to go to Sue Hennessy. Nice. This is a Judith Overcash kind of Sunday, because she's going to be up here doing the daily word. She is our prayer chaplain today, willing to meet you in front of the windows right afterwards if you'd like support in prayer. And she's beginning her 12 powers and the cross. So that's about an hour, hour and a half after she's a prayer chaplain. So if you don't think you have anything to do, check in with this woman. She can share a few good things. Want to let you know, Thursday, I'm not sure if Linka's in here at the moment. Yes, she is in the way back. She does a beautiful yoga class right here in the sanctuary at 10. We've had a nice little following starting with that. I'm on Wednesday nights on Zoom. I had about 5 or 6 people show up for that. We're doing the Lent class. If you didn't get the Zoom connection, you have to sign up first and then play in the class with us. And that's with 5 other Unity churches. That's pretty cool. Starts at 7 o'clock. So if you want to do it and you haven't done it, come see me so I can get you signed up. March 21st, tomorrow. Nana, raise your hand. Is Greg in here too? These two are going to be doing our spring equinox. And she's going to come up here and do the meditation in a little while. She'll give you a little treat of what that's about. But the spring equinox is all new beginnings. You can see it and feel it. Today we don't have our little stringy worms out there. But you know, the newness in life is coming. It's a rebirthing. This is a time of year that we get to say goodbye to what's no longer serving us and welcome in the new. So she's going to join us and do our meditation. On the 25th, Mark Blair at the camera is going to do a movie here, The Celestine Prophecy. The movie will be great, but the talk afterwards will be better. So you want to come do that with us. And March 26th, here in the sanctuary, many of you know Deanna. She was a full-time member, and she's moved to Ocala. She and her special man are coming to do a sound immersion. And I know we had 2 slides up here. It starts at 1 to 2:30, $25 love offering suggested. And for you who like the mystical bowls and go deep into meditation, this is your Saturday. So with that being said, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and now it's time for music.
183, it's very exciting. If you would please stand for our congregational song, I Am the Radiant Life of God. I am the radiant life of God, I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant life of God, I am, I am, I am. The health of God, the strength of God, vitality, energy, vim of God. I am the radiant life of God, I am, I am, I am. I am the wonderful love of God, I am, I am, I am. I am the wonderful love of God, I am, I am, I am. The peace of God, the joy of God, serenity, harmony, rhythm of God. I am the wonderful love of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the wisdom and power of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the wisdom and power of God. I am, I am, I am. The light of God, success of God, prosperity, happiness, might of God. I am the wisdom and power of God. I am, I am, I am. Good today.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm a third Sunday person because it helps me do my life on the other weeks, knowing that if I have a chance to go out of town, I'm not missing anything here. So that's why everything comes on the third Sunday. Thank you, Kimmin. So today's daily word is positivity. Follows right along with this wonderful song. So I invite you to just relax into these words and take them for yourself. We plant seeds of positivity and harvest joy. Every gardener, and I see our master gardener back there, every gardener knows that blooms grow best in good soil. Even before planting, it's good practice to pull the weeds and prepare the soil, giving the seeds the optimal conditions in which to grow. So today we tend our gardens of our consciousness. We pull those weeds of worrisome and unforgiving thoughts by denying that they have any power over us. We create a fertile environment for new, positive thoughts to grow through regular prayer and meditation. When we touch that place of infinite stillness and peace, we affirm wholeness. We affirm prosperity. We affirm happiness and security for our lives. Like bright, beautiful flowers, these positive thoughts bloom and grow in our consciousness. And from the book of Philippians, these words that are probably familiar to most of you. Whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is pleasing, whatever is commendable, think about these things, and so it is.
I am a child of this universe. The ocean dances at my feet. The wind plays a melody through my hair. I am loved at every turn. I am kissed by Mother Earth. I am a child of this universe. The sun warms me in its embrace. The stars have a line for me in the sky. I am honored by all life. I am held by Father Time. Every blade of grass, every shaking leaf on a tree, every mountain top sings of the glory of God moving through me. I am a child of this universe. Through my breath, all of life breathes. I plant the seeds for my dreams to grow. I can love at every turn. Give a kiss to Mother Earth. Yes, I am a child of this universe. I greet the God in each face. I am a channel for peace to flow. I honor all of life. Yes, I am one with Father Time. Every blade of grass, to every shaking leaf on a tree, to every mountain top sings of the glory of God moving through me. Moving as you
Good morning and namaste. And blessed equinox to everyone here. Monday night, tomorrow, we are going to do a grand celebration of walking through this gateway. Greg and I will lead with his wonderful gongs and bowls and flutes and harps, and a deep dive meditation to really let us sink into the celebration of thawing out from winter, letting all of the frozen parts of us that maybe have grown a little lazy in our hibernation mode, or a little tired, or a little heavier, to burst out into spring and to spread some seeds of new beginning. So that's what our meditation is going to be about this morning as well, just to kind of anchor in the frequency of the spring equinox and the new beginning. So I invite everybody to close your eyes and to center in your heart space, and to just begin taking yourself into a meditative state, letting go of your outer reality completely and putting your focus deep inside of your own being. Take a deep breath in, hold it, levitate, suspend, accumulate where you've been, and sigh it out. And let's do that 2 more times. A deep breath in. Accumulate anything inside you wish to expel as you exhale, and sigh it out. And 1 more time at your pace of grace, just use that breath to release and dissipate any tension, any rigidity, any disharmony. Sigh it out and let it go. And start surrendering to your soul, sinking down towards your core. There is a door at your core that leads you to the inner sanctuary, the kingdom of heaven within. Just keep surrendering, letting go, sinking deeper and deeper towards your core. Continue with that conscious breath that allows each exhale to sink you down deeper and deeper within, until on your next exhale, you find yourself standing at a door at your core, ready to step in. 1 more big breath so we can all sink to those depths. And as we arrive at that door inside of us that allows us to go through and bask in the golden illumination that flows through our core, through our meridians, through our chakras and our aura too, step into that golden illumination, that sacred place within, and find your conscious seat in the center of your being, the throne in the kingdom of heaven within, the place of the observer witness, the I am. And let yourself sit peacefully in the grace that is bestowed naturally from the center of our being. And as we arrive and we take our seat upon high, and we are the I am looking out through the fields that we yield, think about what you would like to scatter as the seeds for the upcoming spring and summer and fall seasons of your journey. And from this place, also imagine anything that is displaced or disgraced inside of you, and let it fall away. Let it dissolve. Let it become fertilizer for the soil that will help you birth anew. Forgive, understand, have acceptance and compassion for yourself and others too. Let go of any stubborn stance or any resistance in your consciousness, and breathe in a breath of peace. And imagine holding those seeds in your hand and holding them up to your heart space so you align your intentions with the truth of who you are. And see those seeds filled with sunflowers and roses and daffodils, daisies, whatever flowers will make you feel like you're going to come alive inside and burst through, blossom and bloom anew in spring. And step through this doorway of the equinox into the garden and begin planting. Begin scattering those seeds. Begin seeing your intuition, your dreams, your imagination coming alive inside to bring about the beauty of a garden that is blossoming in full bloom. And you get the glory of witnessing and participating. As you breathe in and breathe out again, allow yourself to go deeper within the garden, planting your seeds for a few moments of silence, and breathe. And from this space of grace, may we bestow compassion and love and strength on all of those who are struggling or suffering in the world currently. May we arc a bridge of light from our hearts to the people who are at war, are hungry, and may we shine our lights bright and demonstrate the states we wish to co-create and relate to each other in our new earth and our new humanity. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is.
Where I stand, God is standing strong. Where I breathe, God is breathing life in and out and through me as me. Where I sing, God is. Where I dance, joy lifts my feet. Where I live, beauty's flowing free in and out and through. Oh, where I doubt, God is the faith in me. Where I cry, God is the comfort loves me. Where I am, where I stand, where I play, where I work and breathe and live and give, where I sing, wherever I dance, my dance, my dance, wherever I go, wherever I pray and take and give and live. God is, life is, joy is, God is.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Joy. Do you see as musicians how they honor each other even when they're on the stage? It's just a beautiful thing to watch both of you work together. It's really lovely. Thank you. Thank you. So I wanted to read to you a little passage from Charles Fillmore. The real man is not flesh and blood. He is not body and brains. These are but his outer garments. Man is just as undefinable as God. The I within you is as great a mystery as the infinite I, says Charles Fillmore. And I thought, wow, don't you think you're a mystery? Do you have it all together? Do you meet those people you think they got it all together? And then you get a little closer and they tell you their real story, and they don't got it together either. So I would say, yes, we are as mysterious as God is. And for those of you who ever took the Julian Cameron, The Artist's Way, the great artist is a creator. And through that art, we are all created as well. So if we look at God as a divine mind of all ideas, we are that idea in expression. So if God is a mystery, then of course we are a mystery. And I looked at that a little closer, the I, that little I, that ego I. And that ego I likes everything to stay in place. It knows where things are. It's comfortable. And when you stretch a little outside that box, the little I wants you to go back in the box. Because it controls. It knows the outcome. It's not scary. And then we get the spiritual I am. And it says, expand. Step out of that box. Try something new. And that little I says, come on back over here. I'm safe. I got you. And then sometimes, like planting those little seeds, it bursts out and you can't do anything but go outside the box. You've been in that box so long, you felt trapped in your own thoughts for so long. And you see that other person and you think, maybe if they can do it, I can do it. Especially as you get to know them a little bit closer. I love Eric Butterworth. And since we're talking about the power within, you know, I had to bring a little of him along. So he shares with us, the hope of mankind today lies in the great undiscovered depths within. The time is at hand when men everywhere must forsake the fruitless search of the world at the circumference and being embark upon a courageous quest into inner space. It is a very real world, and its depths can be sounded, its potency released. It is not a conquest, but a bequest. It is not as much something within man as the deeper level of man. It says, "Come ye blessed, inherit the kingdom prepared for you in the foundation of the world." So how many people, when you've come to this stage in our life and we've created maybe where we want to be or maybe not exactly where we want to be, and then your minister says, "Go deeper." The person guiding your meditation says, "Take that deeper breath. What is still left to explore? What have you not created? What are you called from within to do even more of?" And Mr. Butterworth continues, "Viewing the vastness of the universe, we tend to become confused when we seem to be losing our identity. But we must remember the universe has meaning because we have meaning. And we have meaning because the universe has meaning. All discovery is self-discovery, and all knowledge is self-knowledge. Thus, the greatest discovery in science is not the outward accomplishments, but the inward revelation, and the truth that sets us free to take that outer step. So when you're going to this inward journey of discovering what is true for you, is it scary? Do you do this by watching your outer world? You're observing things outside of you. And so maybe that mountaintop that you rest on, that time with God that you're a part of, is it truly your own inner reflection, your time of quiet and space, or is it a reaction to "I'll have what she's having. I'll have what he's having"? And are they really having what you think they're having? Because a lot of us are on this mysterious journey, and we're trying to discover for ourselves what is true. As we know, Charles Fillmore said, "I'm going to give you some concepts, and then I want you to explore if they're true for you. And if they're not, that I invite you to go deeper. Plant those seeds that make sense to you." And looking at this, a lot of times in the mystery schools, they talk about as within, so without. As within, so without. And the challenge to me, if my heart is not in peace, if the insides of me are struggling with, do I have enough? Am I worth enough? How does that play in the outer world? When I am looking at Ukraine and Russia, it could be Africa, it could be our neighborhoods. That strife that's going on outside does not exist in a vacuum. It's for us to go within and create what we can create in those small moments of peace. When I saw on Facebook the little ribbons with the sunflowers, and I sent it over to Bridget, I said, "What do you think?" She goes, "Oh yeah." She was all about it. And she goes, "But I need to make a few of them so you can show the congregation." And I said, "But I want this to come from the children." So do we observe the outside of our world and bring it in, as many of us do? Or do we start first inside and bring it out? And maybe it's not an either or. Maybe it's an and. I was speaking with someone the last couple days, and I said, there's a saying that you have to love yourself before you can love the world, before you can love someone else. And I said, is there possibly a paradox that you can both love someone else as you're learning to love yourself? To give the gift back to yourself as you are stretching in loving somebody else. Does it have to be an either or? Could it be an and? I'm a planner. You may not know that. You might think some of this stuff comes off the spur of the cuff, but I spend time preparing for the services. Last year, some of you know that Kim and Judith and I went to Wisconsin, and it was a fabulous trip, but I had my little ducks in a row like 6, 7, 8 months beforehand, because that's who I am. That works in my world. And then when Spirit says things like, you're going to ministerial school, what? I was a six-figure banker, baby. I had it. I knew what I was doing. And then all of a sudden it said, well, let's go a little deeper when you go in your studies. So here's this book, and there's this book, and there's this book. Now go deeper. And the students who showed up in my life, the ministers who showed up in my life, and then I came to see you guys. Y'all, I lived in Georgia 35 years. I didn't like the traffic, but I knew Georgia. And you opened your hearts and you welcomed me here. And I stretched outside that comfortable box and said, this is my new home. Now, I was 30 years in a Unity church there. And I believe Unity is fabulous all over the world. And we look different in each Unity church. And at the same time, it was a stretch to come to Florida. I like vacationing in Florida, but it's hot in the summer. And I'm not in my third year. They say by your third year, you'll be used to it. Well, we're 14 months into my first year. So it's still hot, and I'm still here. You ever heard that about hell? It's not hot and I'm not here? Well, this is heaven and I'm still here. So this whole mysticism of who are we inside? And are we willing to stretch and try something new? Because it's very comfortable to go back to status quo. And then we have that as within, so without. Does it start in our divine idea that comes in and through us as we express it? Or is it because we've seen something out in the outer realm and maybe that feels rich too? I have some friends at my previous church, a beautiful woman and her daughter, and they served the children. And they served the children for a number of years. And some things happened in her life where she needed to go see a doctor. And there was a prognosis that if she didn't change her life dramatically, she wouldn't be around much longer. And she had to go inside and ask what she was willing to change to stay in this lifetime. Now, she's a beautiful woman inside and out, but she had to do that deep soul diving. What am I willing to shift and change to still be here present on this physical earth? And she had a daughter. Have you ever noticed when you're in close relationship, often in family settings or spouses or people who love together, live together, and if someone's going through a battle, it's not unusual for the other person to take it on as well. So we have a mother-daughter team, and they've both been told by a doctor, you dramatically have to change your lifestyle. And they went inside, and they went inside, and they started to explore outside in the world, what do we need to do? Where do we need to go? Who needs to come into our life? How am I willing to change this? And once they got to that place of reckoning and said, I can do this, this is mine to do, then came the human question, how are we going to pay for it? This is outside of our insurance. It's outside of our comfort level. And this is when we go inside. Do we affirm prayer as if it is already done? Do we affirm what we want in our life and see it is already done? Because then you get out of the way and God comes through. Now, in this specific instance, as we all often do, when we're sharing something heavy on our heart, we go to a trusted source. And her trusted source was a family member. And this family member listened and listened, and she spoke from her heart about what needed to happen. And this family member had a lot of money. And he said to her, I got you. I got you and your daughter. Now, they still had to do the work. They had to change their lifestyle completely. And today they are well. Today they are well, but they had to first open their minds to conceive an idea of how it could look different from what they were used to. And what they were used to was killing them. What they were used to was stagnant. It was comfortable, but they weren't expanding in a healthy, conscious way. And I think that's the as within, so without. We get that opportunity maybe daily. And it doesn't have to be as dramatic, am I going to stay on the planet or not? But it could be. psychologically, mentally, emotionally? Am I okay with the way my world serves me today? And if I'm not, what am I willing to shift to move this outer manifestation that I have the power to create? So that which is within us shows up outside of us, as within, so without, and discover that power that you hold inside. In Unity, we talk about the power of our thoughts, and that by what we hold in our thoughts, more is attracted to that very same realm. So you want to grow something, you want to expand on something, you want more of something, invite those blessings in appreciation that says, yes, thank you for what I have, and thank you for what is yet to come. Thank you for what I have, and thank you for what is yet to come. Holding that in the world of infinite possibilities. Anything is yours to create. Favorite minister I've talked about before, Reverend Edwene Gaines. I would go to her little workshop in Mentone, Alabama, and she goes, get a piece of paper out, we're going to do goal setting. Write down 10 goals. Oh, and the whole class is all excited. We come from all over the country, we're all gabbing, we're going to do goal setting. And then you sit there in that piece of paper and you're like, 10. I can think of 2 or 3, maybe 4. She's like, 10 goals, write it down. If y'all met Edwene, yes ma'am. So you write down your goals and she says, make a couple of them really tangible, like you really think you can get there. Now make at least one where you have no earthly idea how you're going to get there. Because it's about surrendering. It's about, yes, you put your intention in there and then you let go. And you do not stay attached to the outcome. Often you see a couple of us go behind the stage and pray right before this begins on a Sunday morning. And that was our little tiny discussion today, is hold that intention and then let go of the outcome, because Spirit doesn't know time. Have you ever prayed and prayed and prayed and you're like, God, yo, get on board now. What's up with you? That's God timing. That's Spirit timing. When John Two Hawks was here, he said it was Indian timing. It ain't your timing. Let go, release, and see what unfolds. See what unfolds. So Wednesday last week, I was across the way with Bridget talking to her about packing up the children's church. You know, how vast is this project? What do we need to get rid of? And she said, Luann came barreling across there and she said, Tracey, there's this woman on the phone and she wants to know if you can marry her and her husband on Saturday. Did I tell y'all I was a planner? And then Bridget looked at me and she said, you've done 4 memorial services since you've been here. You've done 2 baby blessings since you've been here. And you said you want to do a wedding. I went over there and called her up and said, yep, I'm ready Saturday. And then I spent all day Thursday writing up the vows and everything and sent it over to her because I was like, this is really quick. And y'all, it was beautiful. It was at Anderson Park under the grove of trees as the big arms are overlaying each other. And it was just beautiful. My first wedding in Florida. And I see with our wonderful chapel that we're going to create out back behind our new building, we're going to do lots of weddings. We're going to do lots of baby ceremonies. We're going to do lots of ceremony. And it will be rich. Because what is in our inner realm projects out to that outer realm. And we can hold that sacred space, that sanctuary within our hearts of what we know to be true, of what we know to be true. I want to share with you a poem that she asked me to read the bride at her ceremony. I didn't know this poem, but it just is so, once I read this, I knew that my words for her vows were going to be exactly on target with what we talk about a lot in Unity. Some of you may know this, the Desiderata by Max Ehrman. Go placidly among the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even to the dull and the ignorant, They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. The bride looked at the groom at that point. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain or bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is, for many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection. Neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all arity and disenchantment, it is perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune, but do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding exactly as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive God to be. And whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful and strive to be happy. Amen. Amen. I'm inviting the ushers to come forward.
Sing a song, sing out loud, sing out strong, sing of good things, not bad, sing of happy, not sad, sing a song, make it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. Sing a song, let the world sing along. Sing of love that could be. Sing for you and for me. Sing a song, make it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. Just sing a song.
Thank you. Everybody, so put your hands together. Let's give a little juicy energy and close those outer eyes and put those hands stretched wide and far And know that we see each and every blessing in this bag going out into the universe, fulfilling its purpose under the divine eye of God. For this watchfulness, for this high consciousness, we say thank you in every form of gratitude. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen. And thank you. Thank you. So I'll read the first line, you read the second line, and we'll go through this together. We are here to glow as the light of God.
We are the light of God.
We are here to embrace as the love of God.
We are the love of God.
We are here to stand in the truth as the power of God.
We are the power of God.
We are here to radiate as the presence of God.
We are the presence of God.
Together, wherever we are, God is, and so it is. And now we'll do the peace song.
Please stand.
And so we let it be. Amen.